unsettling tales suggested the mansion itself was a gateway to some fabulous and unnameable power.
So, hopefully, we'll have to see how this goes, but hopefully everything left to do before hitting the darkest dungeon itself will be done today. Alright. So, we've got 2 nightmares left. We have 1 bandit cannon, and then we've got the courtyard.
I was lord of this place before the crows and rats made it their domain.
I should probably level up these 3 here. But I'm not going to worry about it just yet. Okay. You know what? Collect 3 medicine. Sounds fine. Everyone's still set up. Great. Let's see if we can get a nightmare. A semi-final nightmare. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll take the shovels. I will over-prepare once again since I've got all the money in the world. And, this... I don't really want to spend my shards. I want to hang on to them. Beast and corrupted human alike inhabit these failing groves. There sure are a lot of corrupted people wandering around. I think they outnumber the townsfolk. Yep.
Our land is remote and unneighbored. Every lost resource must be recovered.
As I was just explaining, first we're going to complete the last boss out here, which is the bandits, which should unlock after this run. Then it's going to be the courtyard. That's going to be the main focus tonight. Oh man, everyone's craving. I wasn't paying attention again.
In Radiance, may we find victory.
Ah, there's one. Think it's going to be 2 battles back to back? I hate when they do that. Yeah, I don't know how long this courtyard's going to take me, but I'm hoping to be in the darkest dungeon tomorrow. We're going to be completing the game this weekend. Unless it throws me a huge curveball of some kind.
As the light gains purchase,
we should also have the final few buildings today.
Purpose is made clear.
I hate this thing. Stupid ghoul. Stupid ghoul's in trouble. He picked the wrong group. Well, actually, we kind of snuck up on them. They seem surprised. On a crit, I could kill him, but I think I'll do this instead.
A decisive pummeling.
Blood moon? There's a blood moon in this game? I only thing that's coming to my mind is Zelda.
Of dread.
This one's dead. This one only needs a bop on the head. Oh. Probably not. Probably not right away. I'll probably move on to another game.
No intrinsic merit,
maybe something nice and relaxing and easy after this. Like, you know, Dark Souls or XCOM or Distorted Travesty. Now I'll probably go for like a, I don't know. Maybe I'll go for platformer. Maybe I'll finally dredge up several games I've been meaning to play forever. We'll see. Get really just all depends on what kind of mood I'm in. Oh, hey, look, another secret door. I wish that they'd offer things other than money. I have no use for cash. It could be any of these rooms. No, you dummy! I literally have the medical herbs for once. Alright, let's see. What do we throw out now? Let's camp.
Circle in the dark. The battle may yet be won.
Okay. As always, protection and hit points for you. This is how we do it. This is how we do it. I'd like an increased scouting chance. Alright, give it to us. Semi-final nightmare.
The match is struck. A blazing star is born.
I've seen this one before. I've seen this one.
And cries, lost in the darkness.
Oh, you should try it. It's a nice, easy platformer. Really. It's every bit as innocent as it looks in the first couple areas. Really. Okay, I'm actually a big fan of the Distorted Travesty series. It's a series of fan games. The third one I actually streamed. I did a Let's Play of it when it was just released. I even made a bunch of trailers for it, actually. If you go to my game trailers, you can find my Distorted Travesty ones. I died more than 5,000 times in Distorted Travesty 3. It's funny, because especially the first game, it doesn't start out all that hard. But, oh my gosh, the further you get, the more insane the author becomes. Yeah. It's pretty awesome. Like they're very well made. Some of the best fan games I've played. But my gosh, that difficulty. I drag you closer. Alright. Marked. Lost all protection. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and do this. Pop that, and... Enjoy. But if you get into a screaming fit of rage and smash your monitor, don't hunt me down, okay? I warned you the game's difficult. I warned you it can get frustrating. I personally... 2 is really short compared to the other games. Distorted Travesty 2 is a very short game and might be the best from a purely design standpoint. I would say it's the best. 1 is my personal favorite. Even though it has a host of flaws, I just really like it. And 3 is it's an experience. It's a hell of a ride. If you do 3, it's going to take you quite a while to get through it. It's so much larger. It took him, I forget how many years he spent on it. 4 or 5 years. And you know, he's no spring chicken when it comes to making a Distorted Travesty game. He has been doing it for a while before he started that one. Like, the intense amount of work that went into it has to be respected. Oh, come on! You're just all like, disdain my attack. Ah. Well, it's not trying to be that genre, but yeah, you'll have fun with it. you'll have fun with it. I think if you start with the first game, I think that it doesn't get difficult until Black Rock Fortress is your first taste of what the game's going to be like. What the game's really going to be like. And that's like 4 or 5 areas in. It starts out real gentle and slow, and you have no idea what you're getting yourself into at the beginning.
The ground quakes.
Distorted Travesty 2 heats up within, like, if you're 4 stages in, you have an idea of what kind of game you're in, I think.
Eradicated.
And yeah, Distorted Travesty 3 just doesn't play around. It just doesn't. It just doesn't play with you. It just starts off real quick. Like, okay, yeah, it starts out tutorial-ish, but by the time you get the ability to stomp on enemies, it starts heating. The knife is dull. I must work quickly. In my panic, I saw a hack and gouge. My cries are met with the silent indifference of the dunes, the chill of the desert wind, the cold light of the moon. I am sacrificing my beauty for a chance to live, praying for my future with the only currency I've ever had. What the hell? What do you mean there's nobody else alive? How did everyone die? There's no bandit attack. You're just riding along in your caravan? Is it not a caravan? Is it just one wagon full of all of the vizier's greatest treasures that are being shipped to him that anyone would want to rob? And it's not robbed. It just fell down and everyone died? What is this? If an axle broke and everyone would be alive, how did everyone die? Also, you lost your hand and now you're not beautiful? What? What? I'm sorry, maybe this is some weird cultural thing. I don't know of a culture where a lost hand would suddenly go, oh, well, she's hideous. Ugh! God, that just, oh. Like, seriously, what the hell is this story? Who wrote this? Seriously, what is this mess? I don't get it. It might be. It might just be a cultural thing, but even then, I still want to know, why is everyone dead? They're dead, Dave. Who is everybody? What? Everybody's dead? Yes, Dave. Really? Oh, I mean, if that's really their culture, it seems stupid to me, but what do I know? Okay, fine. I'll accept that part then.
A handsome reward for a task
even
well
if it's
performed.
weird, but I still want to know why everyone's dead. I don't get it.
A fortune waiting to be spent.
Oof. Ooh.
Ancient traps lie in wait.
I seem to be sneezing more lately.
Thirsting for blood.
Okay, come on. Just show me a quest room, please. Make this easy. Darn. It could still be here, or any of these ones in the halls. So annoying. Well, there's 3 shots that it could be this way. If
The
I
way
get
is
a
lit. The
lucky
path is clear.
scout, I might see
We
as
require
far as
only the
that.
strength to follow it.
Okay, there we go. Riddle solved. Let's make short work of this.
If only treasure could staunch the flow of
2 battles.
otherworldly
3 tops.
corruption.
Ah! Man, her stress is way up. Stupid nightmares. She's got 1 left.
Impressive.
Okay, she's dead. Problem solved.
Annihilated.
There's no kill like overkill. Alright. Oh well. We got a dog to finish that.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
Dog won't even get a chance.
As the fiend
I just
falls,
uppercut a giant
a
slime
faint hope
monster.
blossoms. As victories mount, so too will resistance.
Nope. Really? But they're all about battle and Valkyries and dying and... But they don't like injuries? That's weird. Huh. I mean, I know they have some weird thing where you can't be king if you're missing body parts or something, or am I mixing that up with somebody else? I'm mixing that up with somebody else, aren't I? That was Celtic? That was Celtic. I don't know. Yeah, that reminds me of a line from the Magnificent Seven. Or was it the Seven Samurai? God, those two can get easy to mix up. Ah. Oh, look at that guy. He's got all those scars on his face. He must be tough. No, the man for us is the one who gave him those scars. Shields up. I have no healing. You're not supposed to get struck that hard, man. I do have shields, though.
Destroyed.
I have literally no healing in this party. No, 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 no! You cut that out!
Diminished. The blood quickens.
Get him! We need crits. We need all the crits. You can do a fungus thing that'll hit the whole party and knock stuff off everyone. Hit more, hit harder, hit... don't start that again. Come on. You need a crit.
Confusion, nerves, and panic.
No, he's already gone.
Slowly,
We're fine. We're fine. And no
gently.
fungus monsters from
This
you,
is
because
how
no
life
bodies.
is taken.
I guess he's not a good warrior. He went and got himself injured. 140 stun resist. Curse you! Okay. Oh, crap. Okay, you guys have to end this fight now. Okay. Don't miss. Minimum damage roll will get the kill, but there's a 67% accuracy chance. That means 1 in 3 he misses. Oh, God! Don't get a turn yet. Don't get a turn yet. Okay, you have to crit. Anybody but him. Doggone it, game. Well, he lived. This is really uncomfortable. Oh, no! Stop it!
Their formation is broken.
I've had people who just
Maintain the
fall.
offensive.
You, sir, held on like a champ. That unlucky crit, man. There might be one more fight. Max hit points, 10% protection. Can't be guarded? I mean, I don't really use guards, so I guess. But it's just like, I'm already the most fragile thing, and I'm going to take away a protection ability that I could have received. It's a pretty high boost to Blight skill, though. Hit point and protection would go a long way. I'm always playing Realm Grinder. Do you mean when am I posting the next video? I don't know. Did I post one just yesterday, or was it the day before? I'll have another one coming out, just not today. Tell you what, I'll look through. Let me count out what I got here. So this is my folder of videos. You can see Trimps, you can see Idling to Rule the Gods, you can see Realm Grinder in here. So, Realm Grinders that I have not used. I have enough to make a video. Maybe. Depends on how much I trim out. I'll probably want to record a bit more. And, so you can expect one probably Monday or Tuesday. Oh, it's coming. We're heading for that courtyard. We just have to finish a couple of things. She's got one nightmare left. I should be able to do the nightmare and the cannon in the same run. Don't panic her, okay? Just don't.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
Oh. Should have poked the dog. Hey, I know that move. I can send my dog with the same attack. It's good that they don't know my other techniques. If they knew Hound's hairy, I'd be in trouble. But they don't know that Hounds are hairy. So we're okay. You're doing something wrong. The game definitely has sound. Definitely has music and sound effects. Hey, I was one of the beta testers for 3.
Seize this
I've got a
momentum.
hotline to the
Push
developer.
on to the task's end. Hacks laden with loot are often low on supplies.
He actually has continued updating even Distorted Travesty 1. Like, even though it's been years and years and years, he keeps making little updates and upgrades to it. Mostly small stuff. Alright, well, that was a success.
These medicines will prevent the outbreak of epidemic at our struggling hamlet.
Daredevil, I like that one a lot. That's a really good trait. I'd lock it in, but she has another nightmare to do.
The preponderance of rare and exotic injuries makes this place perfect for the study of suffering.
I have a feeling that I'm never gonna use her again after I finish her last nightmare. I just cannot get a Vestal. Alright, let's see. Everything's free? Great. Let's see. Ah, hell, why not? What do you got here? Psh, nothing I care for. Thick-blooded's alright, I guess. I don't like that one. What do you offer? Fine. Regrip is terrible. What do you offer? Yeah, get rid of that. Okay, we're so close to the final building. Yeah, well... Wouldn't I rather have one of these? I mean, this is really good blight and a minus 30% blight resist. This is actually just as much blight as her spear gives. This is the exact same amount, it's just concentrated on 2 instead of spread out over 4. And then it gives minus 30 to the target's blight resistance. Nah. Or Captivate, but it's only single target. She's actually not very good at poisoning. It's just kind of thrown in as a freebie. I'm pretty stressed out. I could give her a break. Ooh, the Fuseman's Max Stick. Ooh, look at this. Alright, this is it. A 16-pound cannon. I'm just gonna go for it. Somebody who relieves stress? Bah! We need no such thing. Here, you can have that. That'll count as stress relief, right? There! I made it sharper! No, I said fix it. I did! It's much sharper now, much deadlier. Look here, I'll even add a little weight to it so it's even heavier and can hit harder. No, I want it fixed. Well, there's just no satisfying some people.
Some domestic distraction. I instructed my newly formed militia of hardened bandits, brigands, and killers to go forth and do their work. Compliance and order were restored, and the noisome population of the hamlet was culled to more manageable numbers.
Wow. You hired these guys to just straight up murder half your population? Order was restored, and the population was culled to more manageable levels. Holy shit.
The smell of sulfur and gunpowder hangs in the air.
I mean, that's
War
hard.
machine is close.
That's hardly the most evil thing you've done. And yet... No, I can't even call it the stupidest thing you've done. No, that actually isn't... In the scheme of things, you've done far worse and far stupider things. With frightening regularity. Okay.
A fortune waiting to be spent.
We're perfect for this. 50-50 shot of paralyzing him for a turn. It would be really nice, but no. I can take him apart. We'll take a few hits, of course. That can't be helped. But the Collector, I can just drag him over with a hook and continue tearing into him. They do like their highwaymen. I don't even care about the heads. Ow!
Unbalanced.
That was not nice. Ooh.
And now the true test. Hold
We still
fast.
don't believe in healing in this party. It's amazing what they can do in a single turn. It's 50% damage. I wish my Vestal could do that. Oh, come on. Isn't anyone gonna score a crit? One more stroke. That'll work.
A predator is often blind to its own peril.
Yeah, I know. They ganged up on him. Oh, what am I gonna do with this piece of crud?
Push on to the task's
I didn't even pick up the 3 of them in the last area. So like, hey look, a secret room.
The light, the promise of safety.
I don't need it. Oh well, whatever. Onward to the cannon. I guess I'll fight the boss, the snakes. It's gotta be the Vizier, right? It could be a big multi-headed snake monster, but... Antsy? Oh, I hate that one. That's absolutely true. I have no need for money. Stingy collector. Collector of nothing.
A devastating blow.
Well, it's a start.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
Excellent. Now this one.
Obliterated.
Ah, now what to do about you two? That was good.
Mortality clarified in a single strike.
Undo my work.
Precision and power.
Yep, they all resist your blight. Okay, got him.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, exactly. Burn this place down. Tear the entire place off and dump it into the sea after burning it. And then vaporize the sea. You don't want any of this crap ever coming out again.
Give them no quarter.
Feels strong somehow, but the deeds are more valuable. Let's see, 2 fights to get there. I want to use the camping sticks. I want to set them on fire.
The way is lit. The path is
You know, these
clear.
could all count as more
We
torches,
require
too.
only the strength to follow it.
You should be able to turn firewood into a stack of torches. Oh well. Accuracy.
Annihilated.
We have lots and lots of tickets to the Countess. We won't have to worry about farming those. Oh, thank you for resisting that.
Decimated.
In a world filled with crazed adventurers, that's like putting down a welcome mat. Alright. So maybe the last nightmare will explain how she became really good at spear fighting and decided to throw herself into Cthulhu's fun time happy murder holes.
Destroy them all.
Because so far, nothing in her life explains why she'd come here. Darn. I designed a thing once with diseases that acted like that for D&D, and an undead that would, yeah, basically that's what its power was. It'd go, it'd infect the players, and then during the fight it would just keep going. And everyone gets worse now! And everyone gets worse again! And yeah, it's just all about the diseases. Two? It only says 7. It told me, the game specifically told me they get 7. I've done 6. And I've got 6 of 7 paper. Like literally a paper that says 6 of 7 on it. Shouldn't be another one.
Find victory.
I'm pretty sure they said it ends at 7. Is the game lying to me? I wouldn't put it past it.
Impressive.
Take a little nibble out of everyone. Got 3. So you only need to do a 4. Perfect. Alright. Softening them up a little. Tired of always seeing enemies with 1 or 2 hit points left when I hit them. The game will still conspire to put them at 1 hit point after I hit them, somehow.
A death by inch.
Doubtless. Alright. They don't look like they could be that nimble. Really don't.
Masterfully executed.
Darn it. Ah, good enough.
The slow death. Unforeseen. Unforgiving.
Okay, he's already dead, so... You know, those are supposed to be used against snakes. Whatever. Let's see if we can get a Cry Havoc in. Strip away your protections, just because I can.
A time to perform beyond one's limits.
A wooden shield and a spear versus
Slowly,
bandits with shotguns and a cannon.
This is how a life is taken.
Seems good to me. Well, it's not all wood. There's a pointy bit on the end. Look, it's even made of metal, not rock or something. See? I haven't brought a antiquarian with me in so long.
The match is struck. A blazing star is born.
They were the source of my financial prowess. My empire was built on them. Can't reveal, huh? That thing's gonna thwack somebody, and they're gonna be put at death's door, aren't they? Well... Take the shot. It might work. Whatever. Well, I mean, they're still ridiculous. They still have that broken ability to give me over 100 dodge on everyone. But, their cash isn't that useful anymore. This isn't very good. Really? The antiquarian was the best. She provided so much money. I suddenly went from constantly worrying that I wouldn't even be able to afford... I had to run characters who couldn't afford weapon and armor upgrades and skills all the time. And then I started running the antiquarian and financial problems just smoothed out. And then I discovered that they could give me plus 60 dodge. And it's like... Holy crap. Almost nothing in the game is capable of hitting my party because there's two antiquarians in the back. It's actually ridiculous. Absolutely, utterly ridiculous. Like, as in, I can't believe that they put that in the game. They really, really shouldn't have allowed the antiquarian to be that good. Go ahead and move forward. I hate spending turns moving. Ah, got it. We were fixing her. She was getting better. He seems to be magnetically attracted to trees. It's a real problem. We should get him demagnetized for wood. Just keep killing that thing. You are just devouring my precious torches, too. This is just a rough encounter.
The bigger the beast, the greater the glory.
For a number of reasons, this is a nasty fight. If you were gonna miss someone, that'd be the one to miss. Alright, she's done.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
Drat. Alright, well, what you can do with your last move? The most annoying thing possible. Of course.
As victories mount, so too will resistance.
Okay. Whoops. There we go. Because the only thing ogres will eat is hands, and we're running low on those. Obviously. Don't you know your ogre lore? Alright, it's very unlikely. I won't risk it. I want to make sure I time the camp right, that I can take both the boss and the nightmare with the bonuses. Hey, how's it going?
Thirsting for blood.
Somebody left a lot of torches in this forest. What, were they having a tiki party? Could still be. Alright, well, whatever. We're gonna do this. Final nightmare, and we're already on freakout zone. But she's bloodlusting.
Huddled together, furtive and vulnerable. Rats in a maze.
Gonna freak out within the first round. It'd be very fitting, though, if her final nightmare was her time for virtue. I'm expecting something big. I'm gonna take plant takedown. I do not know yet. I was just talking about that earlier. We'll see. Who knows? Could be any number of things.
And now, the darkness holds.
No! No, no, no! You're supposed to be the final nightmare! You're just a regular old nightmare, not the shield breakers. I have no time for you. You interrupted her night terrors. I'll say you're dumb. We're like super prepared to take stuff down right now. Well, I mean, if somebody had to suffer your howl, it would be nice if it were him. Yeah, sure. You're the one who's supposed to be terrified, not terrifying others. There's some real muscle definition in her arms, though.
Festering fear consumes the mind.
Oh, we're so scared of the ghoul howling.
Brought low and
Not
driven into the mud.
howling. Okay. He says nothing. He's irrational. This silence is so irrational. Okay. Her blight chances are also real low of triggering. I have no idea.
Blurred vision. The end approaches.
I could. Who knows? We'll see. I don't even know what I'm doing yet.
The horror.
What are y'all so stressed out about? It's just some dogs. It's just a guy walking his dogs. So they're a little bony. So what?
The ground quakes.
You don't need to freak out about it. If anything, he should have been the one stressing out over this encounter.
This expedition at least promises success.
Darn it. Which way? Which way? I'm gonna guess this way. Well, we'll still get the cannon.
Packs laden with loot are often low on supplies.
I have way too many shovels for this point. Alright, is this the boss? Aha!
Marvel of technology. An engine of destruction.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that'll waste my blocks.
Weakened.
Let's see. So... can't debuff its protection, right. That was way too soft. Can't kill him. He's gonna get a shot. Well, let's get to work. We'll let it get a shot. Don't use up her block. She needs to block. Everyone else, you know, they can take a hit, but she doesn't know how. She just blocked a cannonball with a wooden shield.
Facing the abyss.
And that made her masochistic for some reason.
The walls close in. The shadows whisper of conspiracy.
Somebody just had to poke at the hopelessness and irrationality so that I get even worse things.
Well struck.
Yes, it bounced off her shield and then hit everyone else and drove them crazy into death's door. Alright. Hack. No! Why him? Wow. Dogs do not destroy cannons easily.
More
Shit.
dust. More ashes. More disappointment.
This is really bad now. Drat. Dodge! How does the cannon dodge? Cannons don't dodge. That's bullshit.
Exposed to a killing blow.
It's just great. He's right at the edge, too.
Injury and despondence set the stage for heroism.
You're the only one who
Or
can
coward.
kill this thing. You have to.
More soil, feeding the evil therein.
Well, today's off to about as bad a start as you can get.
This skirmish may be lost, but the battle may yet be won. A setback, but not the end of things. In time, you will know the tragic extent of
Well,
my
that's it for
failings.
bounty hunters. I no longer have bounty hunters. That's it for using marked. I no longer use
A sister
marked.
of battle, pious and unrelenting.
Shit, I lost 4 really, really, really high-end trinkets. Oh, I guess that's back. Alright, well. Alright, well. Stupid cannon. Stupid cannon. All my damage boosts are gone right now. What do I still have? I need that. Yeah, I'll worry about the Shrieker later. I'm gonna kill this thing. Get my nightmares. It's the only boss remaining, so of course it has to kick me around. Of course.
Eager to end the tiresome domestic distraction, I instructed my newly formed militia of hardened bandits, brigands, and killers to go forth and do their work. Compliance and order were restored, and the noisome population of the hamlet was culled to more manageable numbers. The smell of sulfur and gunpowder hangs in the air.
It's here.
The war machine is close. The light, the promise of safety.
All right.
Inspiration and
Both
improvement.
bounty hunters.
Impressive.
Drat. Well, he's still dodgy. Dog. Well, she's back to what she was at when we entered this place. Do these things even have functional eyes? How does that light even work?
Annihilated.
Okay, another one down. Houndsmaster, man-at-arms? I have no idea why that party would be good against the cannon. They're not... I literally don't understand how that team could work against the cannon. Vestals actually would make a lot of sense as a team. I was thinking about it. The only thing they're missing is stress relief. But they're practically indestructible and they can operate in all four spots.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
The problem is the cannon can't bleed. And it's just... the man-at-arms can't do damage. Like, the Houndmasters... the Houndmasters together could barely pick off just the one guy as long as neither of them miss. On an average turn, assuming no misses or crits, both Houndmasters kill one guy, so they can't light the cannon. The Man-at-Arms hits for like, most of the time he hits for like 4 damage or less, so he bonks the cannon for nothing. And then you've got a healer that heals. I don't, that party does not make sense to me. That party has a lot of bleed. If you had an arbalest, the Houndsmasters could mark the cannon and she could hit it pretty hard. So I don't understand that combination. There must be something I don't know about the Man-at-Arms, because every time I've used him, I've been disappointed. Ever since the first time. The first time I used one, he just immediately folded up and died on me. He just crumpled. It's like, I thought you were supposed to be indestructible with all that armor. Yeah. I don't know. like he would be a good, really good class if there was just
As
one
the theme
small
falls,
difference.
A faint hope blossoms.
He has this ability that's actually kind of good. Like, it's not quite as good as the Antiquarian's dodge buff, but it also buffs something else too. Like, he has a dodge buff that he hits the whole party with, and it's actually pretty good. But he can only use it once per battle, so it sucks. Like, if it could be used infinitely, I would totally do 2 men-at-arms and 2 Antiquarians, and the party would never lose. Ever. Seriously. That would give me, if that were usable, the man-at-arms would be giving the whole party 16, 30, 48 on top of their 60. That would be 108 added dodge. They could both be running repost. Then you run dodge items on top of that. You could easily have 150 dodge on every character in a party while double reposting. But they can only use it once per battle, so you can't set that up. It wouldn't work. So, I don't know. I don't know what to use him for. Like, I've talked before about how much I dislike using block, having a character defend another. To me, on occasion, it's useful, but just strategically speaking, it's just about the worst move you could do, because it doesn't buff anyone, it doesn't hurt the enemies. Well, I mean, it does buff defense a little bit, but it doesn't win the battle in any way. So still got that going good. I think I can prevent this guy from ever having a turn.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
Well, I already told you. The man-at-arms can only use the dodge bonus thing one time. He only can use that once per battle. Like, that goes away after, like, 3 turns, doesn't it?
A blazing star
So his
is
dodge
born.
and accuracy buff, it effectively does not exist, if I understand it right. I don't know. Maybe if you gave them all the buff trinkets, in my experience, the Houndmaster is incapable of doing heavy damage to a single target unless that target is marked. And if you have to mark the guy with the match, then, mark attack, that's both your Houndmasters. I've never seen a Houndmaster, I don't think, capable of dealing 16 damage consistently. In fact, my Houndmasters have generally had the worst accuracy. So, I don't know. Admittedly, the man-at-arms could give some really nice party buffs while camping. Maybe that would make the difference. Maybe that would make the Houndmaster do enough damage to make it work.
This is how a life is taken.
Maybe. Maybe it's just her. Maybe she's the problem with this party.
Monstrous size has no intrinsic merit, unless inordinate exsanguination.
If I had a
be
second
considered a
highwayman
virtue.
right now, I'd be way more confident.
Glittering gold, trinkets and baubles, paid for in blood.
We're close. The whole battle? Okay, so it's not like... Okay, so I was thinking of it like a Vestal, so he's
As
just
the light
plus
gains
8.
Purchase, spirits are lifted, and purpose is made clear.
I mean, that's still plus 8 dodge. An Antiquarian is plus 30 dodge. I just want to reiterate that. The man-at-arms is a +8 dodge. The antiquarian's a +30, and if you want accuracy, he's +30 accuracy plus I forget how much crit, like all the crit. He makes you crit all the time. Like, it's just...
The way is lit. The path is clear.
Maybe
We
he's really
require only
good.
the
Maybe it's
strength to
just my
follow it.
play style or my way of thinking that makes him always really bad. I don't know. Still.
Huddled together. Furtive and vulnerable. Rats in a maze.
Alright, let's see. Hopefully this time we're going to get our nightmare. This party is not nearly as good at handling the nightmare. Okay. She's calm. I really wanted to do Bless and Tiger's Eye, but they're out of the question now. Please give me the last nightmare. Okay, 15 protection, 15% hit points, 15% less stress.
In Radiance,
Okay.
may we find victory. There
This
will
is
be
it?
no rest by the fire tonight.
This is your final nightmare? I could make them both bleed. Let's take the speed accuracy crit. I mean, the snakes look cool. I'd rather they were random enemies I'd find everywhere in the game, though. I wanted to fight the Vizier. We've had the same backdrop for all of them,
Exposed
too.
to a killing blow.
No, he can't do a -15. It's not possible for him to do a -15 dot hold. We're going to pull out the man-at-arms. Either I am incredibly wrong about the class, or the game has been changed since you played it. Because the numbers and things that you're telling me are literally not what the character does. They're not, he's not capable of doing the things you're saying he is, as far as I know. So we'll have to look. I could be completely wrong somehow. I don't know. It's possible. Okay, we're just gonna keep... Also, these fights are dead silent. There's no music to this one.
The ground quakes.
Yeah, I can't figure out how to use the Grave Robber either, unfortunately. Like, I want to like the Grave Robber, but I just don't know what to do with
Momentary
her.
abatement.
The only party composition I was able to come up with where she made sense was 4 Grave Robbers, and then, like, it looked like that would get all entangled. Drat. Yeah, putting all that that de-stress on her is helping a lot. Alright.
The bigger the beast,
One
the
down, one
greater
to
the
go.
glory.
Nope. It never works out. Yeah! She's just like, stay calm. Slowly chewing through your defenses. Poke. Poke.
A powerful blow.
Slish. Sure does do a lot of bleed damage. Alright, what you got? Do you have some... Nope. Same old tech.
Ringing ears. Blurred vision.
You really need to pull out some kind of new awesome superpower. Come on, you're literally the last nightmare. Is this how she overcomes her fear of snakes? When does she embrace them? Did all of her attacks just become poisonous because she was bit by a snake? Is that her superhero origin story? I was bit by a snake and I became Snake Woman.
Alone does not dissuade the sharpened blade.
There was radiation in there somewhere.
Success so clearly.
I stare at my severed hand, my bloodied arm. There'll be no more leering crowds, no more coins thrown at my feet. I breathe a wordless thanks to my liberator as it slithers away into the shadows. At last I am free of my gilded cage. At last I finally understand. A thing cannot be truly beautiful until it is broken. What the hell? That's this. Oh, hey, look, a hand! As she loses 10% stress by keeping her hand around. Okay, good grief. You're like a certain JoJo's villain, only you seem to have gotten things backwards. Oh my gosh, now wouldn't that have been a more awesome story?
Lovingly admired.
She chases down Kira and gets her hand back from him. That would be the story right there. That would be way more badass. Oh my gosh. I could come up with a dozen better origin stories for you than what we were just given. Holy crap. Like, how about nobody knows where she came from? She just wandered out of the desert, this little child. Hungry, ribs showing, stole something to eat because she was a starving child, and the shopkeep just immediately cuts her hand off because, you know, that's the local laws, and he's a total monster asshole. And then somebody takes this poor child, one-handed child, and takes her in, and he's a bandit. The bandits are called the Serpent's Fangs, and they're all about poisoning their weapons, and they don't wear armor. Their technique, their super technique is using spear attacks that pierce armor, and they laugh at people who wear armor and think that it just slows you down. And so she's raised by them and trained in their techniques, and then during her teenage years, she finds out about this shipment of really valuable stuff, our carriage cart that we saw all broken. And so she tells them they're not wanting it, but there's only a few guards and there's going to be all this wealth, and she convinces the bandits to attack them, but she's still too young to participate in the fight personally as much as she wants to. They tell her, no, you're not ready for combat yet. You stay here. So they go to do this thing, and it's the vizier's treasure. And they know they'll be marked men if they go for it, that it's really bad, but it's a hell of a lot of treasure, and they'll just leave the country. So they go, and it turns out not to be a treasure shipment. It turns out that it was a whole bunch of mercenaries with new weapons, like shotguns. You know, we've got Scattershot right here and a highwayman. It was a whole bunch of mercenaries. It wasn't really a trap, it was just he was secretly bringing in mercenaries for whatever reason, because he's a bad guy. And maybe a snake monster. So, you know, our unarmored guys with their spears don't do so well against a whole bunch of shotguns blasting into them. They all die to a man. So she has this horrific guilt because she told them about it and encouraged them and told them they should do it. She convinced them. And so she begins her trail of her thing of revenge on the vizier. She goes mad. You could have a whole piece of these about her being mad out in the desert. So she becomes a dancer. She sells herself into slavery, specifically to a person in a way that she knows she'll get close to the vizier. And she doesn't care what happens to her. The only thing matters is that she gets close enough. She just needs to get close enough. And you could do the whole storyline. She gets up, she kills the vizier, who may or may not be a Cthulhu-y snake monster thing, depending on how you want to take it. And then she gets away and, she has to leave her country, and she just doesn't care about what happens to her anymore. She doesn't wear armor. She puts herself in the front row. She goes into Cthulhu murder death holes. She's a death seeker, clearly. I mean, come on. To put herself into all of this like this? No, she's a death seeker. There's a backstory. It's badass as hell. That would be awesome. I'd have liked a story more like that, please. Not, I'm pretty. I'm being shipped to the vizier. Well, I don't want to, so I jump out of the cart, but it fell on me or something, and everyone died. No reason. I guess that just happens, and then a snake bit me. What? Why are my weapons poisoned? Why am I a master spear person who can pierce armor? What, you wanted a reason? You don't need a reason. I just do. What the hell? In fact, I can put my finger on what's wrong with this story. It's plot-driven, not character-driven. And they're trying to pretend it's character. That's the reason she jumps out of the cart before it randomly falls on her for no reason. Seriously, we have meteorites in this game. Evil color of madness things that could have fallen on it. Any number of things could have happened, but no, it just fell apart and everyone died. But no, they tried to make it a little bit character-driven here and there, but it's really not. She didn't make a choice. Her hand was bit and she had no anti-venom, so she did the only thing that could be done. That's not really making a choice when you're, it's just a badly written story. They charged money for that. Somebody was paid to write that. The other stories that I've seen so far and the narration have been so good. We're gonna do the comics tomorrow. You know what? I'm gonna make up a story for each person, and then we're gonna read the comic for them. I hope the comics are good. I really want the comics to be good. Oh, well, thank you.
A singular strike.
Yeah. Now that was all just spur of the moment off the top of my head. I mean, that wasn't even really trying. They should have tried.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles. Obliterated.
Like, seriously. She should be a badass. Look at how she's dressed with the weird armor. Those look sharp and dangerous down her side. I get they're supposed to be snakish scales kind of thing, but, she's one-handed and she's going into this, and look at the muscles on her body when she attacks. Like, actually look at the animation the next time she attacks with her spear. Like, the artwork sells this really powerful warrior here. Here, we'll get it in just a sec. Okay. Alright, here we go. Oh, come on. I don't want to go. I'll go last. What about the flagellant? Was he in a DLC? Look at that. She just looks strong. They've given her more muscle than almost anybody else. Everybody else has thin arms. Well, not everyone, but most of the party. Yeah. Anyway, like I said, tomorrow we'll do each character. I'll make up a story for each of them off the cuff. They won't all be winners. Probably some of the ones I make up will be terrible. Oh, let's see. We're practically at the end. The cannon isn't gonna poison me. There's somebody there that can bleed me, I think, maybe. I don't need shovels to kill a cannon. I don't really need medicine anymore. Well, actually, I can't. Alright, we'll just not get too greedy. I haven't seen anything except what I've done.
A victim to the spreading corruption, malformed with
Well, the flagellant can target the back row. I can tell he's really good. I just have really bad luck with the flagellants. They don't live very long with me. Sadly. Alright, we've got scales this time, which we should have had last time. You want this? Not really. And the problem with her set is that it's good, but it's like I kind of dislike the idea of the sets of things, because you have a lot of variety in ways you can do different builds for a character. Like, she's in dodge mode right now, but I could have given her damage. I could have given her things that increased her blight chance, like all kinds of things. But when you have the sets that are character specific, it's kind of like, this is just the build. And because they're really good, anything else is going to be subpar.
A marvel of technology.
I wonder if she treats the hand like Kira does. If it drips, does she make it clean at the mess up? God, that scene was creepy. Everything about that guy was creepy. He could do things that shouldn't even, like, it's like, this is what should be disturbing about you, but for some reason I find this other thing that you do way more disturbing. That guy, man. Oh, that's not good. That's actually a really good stun chance. Nope. That's alright.
Destroyed.
This party has unlimited healing, unlimited stress relief. It's gonna crit all the frickin' time.
Continue the onslaught.
And it's going to repost.
Them all.
We can take it nice and slow. This wasn't the perfect party for fighting snake-related nightmares, but it turned out the last one was easy, so okay. But it is a really good party for taking apart a cannon. I can't reach him. Uh-oh. Somebody's potentially vulnerable to a point-blank shot now. We can't miss.
precision
thinking?
and power.
Alright, you have protection and I can't strip it away. That's fine.
Devastating blow.
Spears go right through you for some reason. Oops, no, judgment. And we slowly build up our finale. Little by little. This is fine. I'll just keep the repost on. We're taking it apart. Oh, big reinforce.
Well struck.
I could expose this thing. I've got to move for that. I could just let his repost do the job.
Masterfully executed.
Yeah, you're gonna get a shot. I don't even care.
A decisive pummeling.
We don't get a debuff if he dies from the counterattack. You're just gonna do that consistently now, huh? Getting close to finale time.
The blood quickens.
Crit, 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 crit. We are crit machines.
The blood pumps. The limbs obey.
Oh, wow. Oh, because it was crit, right. That's why we got that little debuff, or little stress. Oh, it's starting to go. Put these guys back too now, is it? Well, I have a surprise for you. Didn't see that one coming, did ya? Oh, what a moment to not crit. That would have been the win. That would have gotten it. Oh no, there's so many of them. What will I do? You managed to successfully not reinforce that time, I see. Well, you've conquered your fears. No more nightmares forever. Nothing else. I got some scales out of it. Now finish them. Oh wow, that could actually fail. Do this then.
The brigands are undone. Our family crest is once again a symbol of strength.
Brigands are
Seize this
undone.
momentum. Push on to the task's end.
Really don't need more blueprints. Really, really don't. That was it. All done. This is the stupidest item in the game. Well, I mean, with the right quirks, and maybe another trinket that gives death blow resistance, I don't know, maybe you could get the death blow resistance absurdly high? Maybe? I think it's a pretty dumb item. Oh well, I got the Fuseman's matchstick. Ooh. I'll take that. All right. It's courtyard time.
Let me share with you the terrible wonders I have
yeah.
come to know.
The Shrieker. All right, we gotta take care of the Shrieker first. All right, let's see. You. Daredevil. Definitely get rid of Ansi. All right. That. And Kenny, you have +5 virtue chance. Okay, you there. Oh, you. There you go. I have 8. You can't have 100% death blow resistance. Yeah. I mean, I suppose you could get it really high. Like, if you... I don't know what the base number is, but if you got your death blow resistance up to, like, 95%... Oh, it'd be so dumb. It'd be such a dumb build. But you could do it. Okay. Let's take care of the Shrieker. What is this? 2 Shriekers? There are 2 horrid Shriekers. Well, I want my stuff back. I'm gonna focus on that. Let's see, 3 bards and a cleric. Oh, the cleric's busy. 3 bards and, oh, right, we gotta look at this guy. Okay, so... Alright, it's +10 dodge. Okay, that's... Okay, because I upgraded the skills, right. So that's +10 dodge, -20% stress. You say it lasts the entire battle, so I'll just believe you on that. Let's see, this is a separate one. Was this single target, or did it target the whole party? So yeah, this was a surprise when I realized I could put him in the back row. Because I had originally always tried to use him as a front row fighter, and he just could not do damage. He had just not good. He has guard. Both are whole party? Hmm. I don't know. I mean, what I really like, the one thing about him I really liked is tactics. Whole party gets +10 dodge. Let me see. Here it is. Whole party gets +10% damage. This is what I liked about him, was these. They're the best in the game. Alright, let's see. So if we're fighting the big bird... Oh, I do have this one, but she's terrible. She's too low leveled. I could bring her in anyway. Bounty hunters is what I really need here, but they're all dead. All right. So, what are we gonna do with you all? How are we gonna do this? I need damage boosting items, but the Shrieker's hoarding them all. Here's something I can use. Yeah. Fine, whatever. Just put that on, I guess. Let's see, we got Das Boot over here. I don't need accuracy. Guess more dodge. Fine, you'll just go with dodge. You, though, are gonna go with healing. Town in chaos. Okey-doke. Meh. Standard build. Okay, you need to make sure I get this right. Go ahead, take that. Okay, you are going to be sitting there balloting. Then you're healing. Alright, here we go. With a level 3 in the mix. I could use my Aegis scales. I don't want to. Those are for the darkest dungeon. Those are valuable. Wait, what am I doing? It's the Shrieker. Does it bleed or poison me? I know it bleeds me. Debuffs me. I bet I can't do much to it also. But with the power of Bard, I will be able to hit it. I need to break its nest and see what's in its nest. I've killed it before, but... oh, that's just great. So the bards are a little crazy. So what? Oh, hey, it hit. Oh, hey, it's bleeding. But I didn't make the nest bleed. Great. Drink this instead. Okay. There's 10 accuracy.
Unnerved, unbalanced.
Great. Great. Want to go again, huh? Of course you do. This is a bad time for that. No, 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 no. Stop! Stop that! All of you! We have to cure this Crimson Curse monstrosity. I'm gonna take this nest apart!
A time to perform beyond one's limits.
Oh no, not stress. Whatever will a group of jesters do about that? He's still bloodlusting. Stop it. Just chill out, everyone. A little more. One more. Get that crit chance through the roof. Okay, we're gonna break this thing. I mean, I could kill this thing.
Such a terrible assault cannot be left unanswered.
Literally, 95% chance of hitting, 36 crit chance. But I want to know what's behind door number 1.
Prodigious size alone does not dissuade the sharpened blade.
Okay. Nothing came out. Nothing happened. Is it gonna react? Is it gonna freak out?
Decisive pummeling.
Rather you didn't poke him. He's not feeling so good right now. Here, you get in front. Please don't. Please don't.
Perched at the very precipice.
That's my greatest hero.
Exposed to a killing blow.
Oh, okay. It's a little late for that. You shouldn't waste that right now. You should save that. Oh, money. Just what I needed. Alright, we got our stuff back. Ah, this is where the head's been. I've been looking for this forever. I needed this and my book. I missed my book. I mean, I don't really need it anymore, but I liked my book. Eh. Alright. She gained a level. Or, no she didn't. She gained almost nothing. Ooh, wow, really? Just +5 dodge straight up? You're kidding. That's a thing? Oh my gosh. I wish everyone had that. Can everyone please have evasive, please?
They arrive with the east wind. A torrent of whirling doom.
Thank you, game. Level 0 shield breakers. Just what I needed. Evasive. Oh my gosh. Could everyone please have evasive? Corvid's Eye is just good. Tough is nice. Oh, I have more than 200. When did that happen? Oh my gosh. Okay, we gotta do this. The last important building in this set. Plus 10% to healing skills and... That's an altar of light? That looks like something Bruce Campbell would have to walk up to and recite words that he can't remember quite right. Oh well, stun resistance and healing. So everything else is, well, there's this, which is utterly useless. And these just require gems. I literally have no use for blueprints anymore. Blueprints can't be traded or used for any purposes now. Gamble away. Now I have to go into the courtyard. Alright, composition. Who do we dare send? I know. And they can win them somehow, too. They're pretty blight resistant, so I'm not going to try the plague doctors. They also have some that are straight up immune to stun. I can't rely on stun. They're not unholy. Oops. No, Gollum. Garbad and... You need a name. What's a good name for you? You're a goat demon man. In chains. This should be a band. Ah, jeez, I've used up most of the names I could think of for y'all. Oh. It'll work. Okay. Now let's see. Bloody Shroud. Doesn't resist diseases, so what do I need that for? Psych up. The Quickening. You know what? I don't think you'll ever use anger management. I mean, if everyone did, it would be a net positive, but... Let's take options of healing and stress relief in case we need them. Okay. Alright. 8 courtyard invitations. Now... Yeah, I'm never going to use this again. I liked it. It was really good, but... Okay, you have a unique thing. Here it is. Last Will and Testament. 15% protection. 15% max HP. Seems good. You need an accuracy boost. Where is your... I know I had a unique leper item that made you better at accuracy. Alright, you know what? You just have this ring. Okay, there you go. Plus 10 accuracy, plus 10% more protection. That adds up. Okay, you are my stun man. With a coat. You get something to cover up as well, and... Boy, you know, I have so many good things. I like this one. Let's see, 15% protection, 10% damage. Then there's, of course, 2 more transform without freaking people out. I could give all 3 of them this. It's kind of tempting. They just transform all the frickin' time. Tempting. Let's give you damage. And the last one, the low level one. You don't get as good a dodge bonus, do ya? Actually, this... Well, it's tempting, but no. Best I can do are these 8s. Fine. Take that one and take this one. Still not as good hit points as what this guy gets. This guy gets a ton of hit points. But it's pretty ridiculous. 35% added hit points. Okay. Well, I lost all my bounty hunters. They're all dead. But all the nightmares are finished. And the final of these bosses is over. The only thing I've got left is the courtyard for the Countess and the darkest dungeon. So I'm gonna do the courtyard. I wouldn't last a minute. Whiner. You'll be fine. And I've got scales to bring with me, so that's nice. Look, I'm optimistic. They're gonna make it far, okay? Alright. Oh no, they're immortal.
Mercifully, the morbid encounter resolved itself in my favor, and I set to work pursuing degeneracy in its most decadent forms. The air pulsed with anticipation as I revealed the unnatural terroir of the house vintage. But my exultation was cut short as the attending gentry turned upon themselves in an orgy of indescribable frenzy. A single drop of that forbidden tannin gifted me with a dizzying glimpse of the hibernating horror beneath my feet, and in that moment, I understood the terrible truth of the world. I stood reborn, molded by newfound knowledge, my head throbbing to the growing wine of winged vermin come to drink the tainted blood of the darkest dungeon.
Okay. Is this not going to be a dungeon? Am I literally just going to step in and it's just going to be a boss? I'm going to take a second. I'm going to go over here. I'm going to put some stuff in that over here. And then I'm going to go. You're done with the forest. Good, good. Collect my mountain. Excellent. Okay. Hi-ho, hi-ho, it's off to work they go. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do, hi-ho, 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 hi-ho. Looks like she tainted
even my untethered
everyone.
imagination dares not conceive of what effect the years spent submerged in toxic sludge may have had on her heteromorphic flesh.
Heteromorphic flesh? She's been in toxic sludge for years? What? Okay, this way?
Watch your step.
Alright. Why do you have -5 dodge today? Eh. All right. Drat.
Continue the onslaught.
And now the enemy that can't be stunned. There's nothing that debuffs someone's stun resistance. They were really careful with stun in this game, because it's ridiculous. And I wish I had my bounty hunter team, my bounty hunters. I don't know what the Countess is gonna do, but that was one of that was a very important build. The super heavy DPS build. It was critically important that I have that in case I run into something I need it for. I don't need money. I don't need anything. Ah. Greetings. Okay. How did an enraging slight manage to do 3 points of damage? My enraging slight is I kicked you in the shins! Ha 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 ha! Okay. Okay, let's see. Surprise. This stun will always work. Or I could just hack you to pieces, because he just crushes everything. And if I ever get into a real emergency, I have 3 panic buttons I can slam. And just be like, surprise! Deal with all of these! Alright, I'm gonna be right back. Let me finish this fight, and I'm gonna scurry off temporarily. They're so blight resistant. I could multi-blight them. But I'd rather take care of the mosquito in the back. I don't like the fact that this guy's so low leveled compared to the other two. But I'll have to start swapping him around.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
He has no business being in the rear slot now. He's at full health and other people are damaged.
A dizzying blow to body and brain.
Turn. This to your left, eh? Bonk.
Struck.
I guess so. They start self-cannibalizing and then they turn into bug people. Or they randomly become virtuous for some reason and realize the truth of the world. Or so they claim.
Is broken. Maintain
But
the
we know that
offensive.
our ancestor just ended up shooting himself, so I don't know. I don't know how much we can trust his word on all that. I think he just went crazy.
Precision and power.
Should be alright.
Compassion is a rarity in the fevered pitch of battle. Press this advantage.
Okay.
Give them no quarter.
Don't care. We have no need for treasure. None.
Finding the stuff
Darn.
is only the first test. Now it must be carried
Was
home.
hoping for some blood and other useful items. Great. This way, I guess? I don't know. Eh. All right. Yeah, we're pretty resistant to everything. Yeah, 100% blight resist. That sounds about right. Is your base death blow resistance 67%? What's crazy about drinking blood? That seems normal. That's just a everyday thing, right? It's a food group. I remember it in the pyramid table. Let's see, there was grain, there was meat, there was poultry, there was sugar. That's a food group, yeah. And blood. Oh, and plastic. Can't forget the most important food group. I don't know why they don't use the food pyramid anymore. It was a great system. Was it
This
just her
expedition
blood?
at least promises success.
Or did she slip something weird into that vintage? That would be an awful lot of bottles for it to just be her blood. Alright. Alright, fine. Whatever. We'll get through them. We'll just have to chop our way through. Oh, or she could just move to the front for me. Thanks! You know, the amount of blood it would take to bloat you is more than he had in him.
Eradicated.
Ah, well. They're so cute. They just want little kisses. See? I'm sure that these were here before the whole mess with the blood started. These are just local fauna, prancing about, playing with the rabbits,
A devastating blow.
singing with the blue jays. I'm hoping, at the very least, it's going to clean it off my characters again, which is fine, because I'm going into the darkest dungeon next, so there won't be time for it to cause more trouble. I hope. But, hopefully it'll cure it completely, and I don't know, maybe I'll get something positive out of all this. If I can beat her.
A decisive pummeling.
This is not a Countess beating party, by the way. This is a grinding
These
through this
nightmarish
place
creatures
party.
can be felled. They can be beaten.
What do I want slippery boots for? I don't need slippery boots. I even need sapphires. Okay, that's a dead end. Alright, alright. Craving, are you? Good news! I brought a ton! Just don't freak out and act weird, okay? I don't like that -10 bleed thing either. We've already got a bleed weakness here. Ah, my cartographer's light bonuses don't apply to the courtyard, of course. Frickin' courtyard. This place, man. Normally I keep the light maxed. I think that's one of the things that gives me the most trouble about this place, is that normally I have the scout bonus and the dodge bonus and all that stuff. But since there's no lighting here, it just... yeah. Alright, shut him down. You know, I always thought that that frame of animation looked really weird. I think he's actually slightly transforming during that. Like, just a little bit. He's really good at stunning. Holy crap, I re-stunned it. Oh, that was the lowest damage roll possible. Oh my gosh. Well, I won't get to stun it a third time. Still, we've got a lot of dodge. Maybe we'll dodge. Alright, I can heal them. I'll have everything clear. The way... well, maybe not. 1 hit point. Well, it won't be getting another turn anytime soon. See, there's a reason I give them dodge artifacts when I know you're around. You hit harder than possibly anything I know. But your accuracy is total garbage. Now heal. The way is clear. This heal is so ridiculous. That next fight might be a little tricky because my stun master is going to be in the back row. Seems that way. But it did promise us it was going to be the darkest dungeon. So I wasn't exactly expecting rainbows and sunshine.
Be wary. Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzying fall.
Okay, you're gonna sit in the back and heal. He's gonna have to find a way to heal in the front. But with the stun lord in the back row, this is gonna be tricky. Hello? What have we here? Oh, hey, food too. Really nice. So, do we want to use this now? In pretty good shape, but yeah, okay, we do it.
Huddled together, furtive and vulnerable. Rats in a maze.
Okay. Reflection. Psych up again. Hadriex blood, 40% disease resistance. But that stress isn't so hot. Do it. Alright, we're gonna get ambushed. Oh, we got away with it. So now that we're way more stressed out than we were a minute ago. Oh, we're going to kick their butts. Well, there's still a whole bunch of messages that I gathered that I need to read, and, then probably... yeah, we'll probably do that tomorrow as well. Then, there's the comics, which we're doing tomorrow. And then there's the darkest dungeon, where probably all the really awful reveals will be hidden.
By his own eyes.
Yeah, that one's already infected. Alright, now let's remove some of this stress. While healing up. This is what's so ridiculous about this party. Good grief. They have so many characters who can stun. And everyone can heal.
A trifling victory, but a victory nonetheless. Glittering gold, trinkets and baubles. Paid for in
Yay,
blood.
baubles! Everyone loves baubles. How are you? Oh.
Annihilated.
His voice is amazing. You know you like it. You know you love it.
The ground quakes.
Darn it. That's the attack I hate the most from you. Look at that 10 damage, and then he bleeds you. Okay. Those dodges also help immensely. I should sit in the back row. You're the one I probably could have ignored.
How quickly the tide turns.
Alright, this one's dead. We most definitely don't want that thing touching any of us.
Destroyed.
Okay. Really don't want skewering repartee. But I'm gonna make an attempt to heal. That's what I was hoping he'd do. He thinks that he's a highwayman. He's not. Although I'd give almost anything to teach my highwaymen skewering repartee. I mean, that's just amazing. Everything about it is amazing. Really? Managed to resist, huh? Okay, just die then.
As victories mount, so too will resistance.
What sort of shape do you think this area is going to turn out to be? I'm thinking this is going to turn out to be a loop. I'm going to go ahead and make the full circle, though. Just in case. I should remember that's here for the next party. It wouldn't be bad to leave some of the firewood. I can eat food to heal. And I can, if I have firewood, I can camp to heal. Otherwise, no. And yeah, precious resources. Drat. You ever try to hit a mosquito with a chain? Neither have I, but I imagine it wouldn't be easy. Fine. Slish. Done. Now I'm gonna stun lock this guy for 2 rounds while the leper and the other one tear apart these. too, whichever. That's my good stunner in the back, isn't it? Huh. I'm gonna force him to dress differently. You're gonna have to get your chains and locks from a new tailor. All better. Or near enough. And then that happens. Followed by that. And you're going to be back there for a while. Oh, you know what? I just have thought. I can do better. It'll force me to throw a shovel away to do it, though. I swear the enemies here, between them, have pretty much everything. They've got all their bases covered. Except bleed resistance. They're all vulnerable to bleeding, more or less.
The wounds of war can be healed, but never hidden.
Ah! Quit resisting! Just give in! Give in to the stun. And now let's just hew.
Success so clearly in view.
You raise a good point.
Or is it merely a trick of the light?
Mosquitoes are never a good thing. Alright, so my thought is I can move this around. When whoever's in the back row can give this up and hand it to someone else, so I can always be having that huge accuracy and stun boost. It just means I have to keep an empty slot. It's totally a circle. This is going to branch off to a dead end, and we'll have an exact circle. I'm okay with this. Oh, hi, you. An insatiable ghoul makes a lot of sense in this place.
Sedated.
This would be where they'd come from. Plus 30 to stun skill, is it? Let's see. But I disagree. The stunnings are all on my side. Yeah, that's basically design. Stun plus really good self-heals. They're capable of keeping themselves de-stressed practically infinitely. They can just keep recovering, and now that I know how to get firewood in this location, good grief, they should be able to go infinite. And the fact that they have their trinkets this time kind of helps too. A little bit of dodge goes a long way. grind down all opposition. As long as it doesn't have super high DPS. Things with super high DPS aren't welcome. Oh, I was hoping to kill you with vomit. Oh well. There's not many games you get to kill your foes with vomit.
A victory.
Maybe I'm
Perhaps
mistaken.
a turning
He
point.
just takes his cloak off for some reason. Oh yeah. I was forgetting to do this. Different tailor. I guess that works. These two are super pale. Alright. I'm gonna have to throw away a something. Actually, I'm gonna throw out these. Go away! I can't throw things away? Are you kidding? I don't know how to throw something away. You think with how many monkeys there are in video games, that would come up more often. Shift click. Ah, thank you. Okay. Me? Okay.
Ambushed by foul invention.
Could you be ambushed by bovine invention instead? No, you were right. Shift click, that did it. You were right the first time. Still want to know why you have a -5 dodge. Yeah, I just hate this thing the most. I always target it down first, even ahead of the mosquitoes. And I don't like the mosquitoes either, but those things, nah. Just nah. Even their dead bodies are creepy. But mostly, they're just jerks. Alright. Wouldn't it be great if the Countess looked just like the Count from Sesame Street? No, they wouldn't do it. They'd never do it. But it'd be hilarious. 1, 2, 3 unnatural horrors. Ah. Someone actually got through your 100% blight resistance, eh?
Sedated.
That's gonna slow down your heals. Ugh. He really has a kind of look when he's being attacked, being hit. Do is 1 point of damage and the mosquito's dead. Wow, they're blighting left and right.
The slow
Okay.
death. Unforeseen. Unforgiving.
Nope, you can't stun them.
A momentary
We're gonna take a
abatement.
round to rest. The guy in the back really needs it. He's probably gonna have to eat a pile of food too now. Ugh. It's alright. Still out heal your DPS. Of course, we're risking infection every time you get an attack, but does he transform slightly? I'm trying to decide. Like, he takes the cloak off, and I'm trying to decide exactly, because the frames go by so quickly. It's difficult for me to tell. But I was looking, and I thought he was starting to... I thought he might be, but I'm just not sure. He's my favorite class, though. He's just the best. I love holding that trump card. I think that's also part of why I like the Bard so much, is they have finale, but also just their Bard song is really, really good. And they've got the best stress relief, and they're just kind of even really good at bleed, which surprised me how competent they are at fighting. I'll try to look closely again next time I pull it off. Blood in the mud. Is that your best line?
Brought low
Okay.
and driven into the mud.
Yep. Alright, I think it's time we triggered another rest. Fine, I'll do it. Well, alright. Well, it didn't cost me anything. I was thinking if you did a pair of antiquarians in here with their ability to pull stuff out, they might potentially be able to go infinite, because they'd always be able to pull out shovels and things as you need them. Alright, let's go ahead. Campfire.
A moment of
This time I'll let you have a full
a
meal.
chance to steel oneself against the coming horrors.
And when everyone's feeling their best, psych up, psych up, psych up, reflection, chill out. This guy freaks out a little bit more than everyone else because he's holding this goblet. I should take it off next time. Alright, night ambush. No night ambush. Good, good, good. Alright. Oh, and of course your lower level. Hey, yes it is. So far, this is what we've seen of it. We also took care of the last of the remaining bosses and all the remaining nightmares. And all the bounty hunters are dead. All my bounty hunters died. We've got a severed hand in our inventory now, so, you know, there's that. Just throw the rubies away. Just put them back in the termite mound, beehive, whatever it is. Mosquito hive? Mosquitoes don't do that. Hey! No! Ah! Well, that was the worst possible thing. Sure you don't want to be feeling powerful or vigorous or
and fury,
euphoric? I don't know.
100 cannons.
Sure you want to be abusive? Alright, well, fine. Well, they're in the graveyard, so I guess so. are going to be in the penalty box for a while. Till you cool your jets. Alright. Alright, let's take a look. Yeah, okay, yeah. Yes, it does. Definitely. Okay. Well, the bounty hunters had a chain with a hook, and the abominations just straight up use chains. Yeah, all three jesters are just fine. Barely. One of them almost died repeatedly. Oh, minus 55 dodge. No. That's better. Now all that's left is the stupid minus 5 dodge. Can't stun them both, but I can do that. Darn. It's really hard to blight these bugs. Ow. More minus 50 dodges. Bugs Bunny's Crazy Castle, the NES game? I've actually heard about that one repeatedly, which is funny because most licensed games you don't hear about too much. But Crazy Castle actually gets brought up a lot, so they must have at least been memorable. Alright, I can lock this thing down from here on. Man, it looks more like it's got. I mean, I guess it's triple-headed. It's sort of like a. Maybe it's a cross between a flail and a cat o' nine tails that he uses. But a flail is a terrible way to make yourself bleed. Doesn't make a lot of sense as a choice. You probably just want something with broken glass in it. God, that glass. I do not. Flagellation is one of those things I do not get. Why would you want to do that voluntarily? No. No bad. Bad, no bad. No. Just no. Oh well. Whatever they want for their stress relief. They bring back the hundreds of thousands of gold. They deserve their cut. Even if they're into weird shit. Well, I mean, for puzzle games on the NES, Lolo. Not everyone likes Lolo. I like Lolo. Schneider loves Lolo.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
So we have more and more blood here. Since none of them have managed to get infected, I don't know how, somehow between the dodge bonuses I gave them and I guess just the fact that they're abominations, they have been getting blighted through their ridiculous blight resistance. Alright, let me see. Which way is it going to be? I haven't seen any keys or locks yet. Was that you? By all means, indulge yourself. Fine. Battle in a room. They're actually in really good shape. The stress is starting to wear at them, but all I need is one good scenario where I can fix that. And this is definitely not it. I hate those things. And then they add 33% protection on top of their dodge. Yeah. But he is a murder machine. He will just keep hacking and chopping until there's nothing left. You know, because I have the ability to reduce stress down to 0, I could try something really weird. I could try to intentionally let one person freak out at a time, and then sooner or later, one of them would get a virtue. Inevitably. It's a stupid plan. It would take forever. But could you imagine if all 4 of them were sporting? Oh, man. Could you imagine it? I wonder if there's one that heals you. I've seen powerful, I've seen focused, there's one that continually de-stresses everyone around you. There's, I think there was like a defensive one I've seen. Of course, the flagellant has his own weird one. I don't think that counts as a virtue, though. It's just him being weird. I don't know. Then there's another one. Wait a second. There's the one that's basically PTSD for the color of madness. That's definitely not a virtue. Castle. Oh, let's see. Hold on. Thinks really old games are artificially difficult. You know, some of them were arcade ports. Some of it was because they were still designing as though they were arcade games meant to eat quarters, and some of it was just lack of playtesters. A lot of companies didn't have playtesters back then. Like, Nintendo kind of pioneered the idea that your game should be playtested by people who aren't the development staff because, well, as many game design people have said, if you think the game's difficulty is about right, it's probably way too hard because you're the person who's been developing the game. And I've seen it in fan games like Mushroom Kingdom Fusion. Someone would develop a stage that they would think was easy. And then they'd put it out, and all the beta testers would be like, this is impossible, this is ridiculous, what the hell? And it'd end up being one of the hardest stages in the game. And then you'd get footage from that person, the person who developed it, just bouncing around through the level like it's nothing. So that's definitely a factor there. But a few of them were artificially difficult. Sometimes a game would get ported and they'd make it harder on the US audience, like remove the continues or something. Just for whatever reason, the localizers were just like, oh, we should make it harder, or we should make it easier sometimes. So let's see. Mega Man 1. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I've beaten 1. Ah, God, those stupid platforms that do this are the worst part of that game. Let's see, Castlevania. I have beaten Castlevania. I don't know how. Well, I mean, speedrunners, I guess a speedrunner, but Castlevania is not meant to be played quickly. It is meant to be played slowly, cautiously, thinking about everything before you do it. That's the only way I could get through. Yep. we talking about Bugs Bunny still? There's a lot of games with a lot of sequels. Yeah, no, it's the weirdest thing that... What's going on? Oh. I gotta do this. Another dead end. This one likes dead ends. I see. Really? I guess I played it wrong then. Yeah, those platforms, I'm serious, they're the worst part of the game. You get very little practice on them. You're basically just told, instant death pit, here you go. Later Mega Mans are not designed like that. Their design is way more careful. But Mega Man 1, well, you know, it was a new property. That's not really a good excuse. They just, yeah. Still, it's a fun game. I actually, Mega Man 1 has a lot of weirdness. Things that you never see again, like a score. Or just some of the powers and things in it are just weird. I think that the series really hit its stride with Mega Man 2, which was the one that I grew up with. I still remember when I first beat it. I actually still remember the first time I beat Mega Man 2. I didn't get 3 until well into my teenage years, and objectively, 3 is probably superior to 2 in every way, but I still prefer 2. I really like 2. This is the one I grew up with, okay? I mean, it might be that 2 is better. I don't know, because it's too close to me. I can't be objective about it. I've had a bunch of times where I've played games and been like, you know, played them back to back, and, you know, so all the people who are like, oh, it's only your nostalgia talking, you know, when I say this one's better than that one, I can go, but I played it for the first time back to back with the other one. But, yeah. Thank you for coming forward and making it more difficult to finish healing him so I can put somebody else in the slot. I really need to put other people into the healing. 206%. Wait, you mean you wanted to explore every inch of both castles? Oh, man.
Exposed to a killing blow.
Oh my gosh, they're just... Well, at least he's lost his skewer. You know, I've never let him do anything while in this form. I always just take him out immediately. This particular fight has been going really badly. Whatever, save the last bandage. We'll need it. Screw it. You don't need to do it. You don't need it.
Masterfully executed.
Command and Conquer? I still need to play the Command and Conquers. You know, it's stupid. This is the only thing I can't stun, but it's like the safest thing to heal against.
Impressive.
Alright, we need to heal. I've actually never seen more enemies spawn in this area. I think it's because everything here can infect you on hit and they know it. And everything in here can, like the infection is constantly getting worse as turns pass, so that you need more blood. So that you never really want to stop in this place. You want every fight over as quickly as possible. Nonetheless, I have to heal. I have to, or I will die. It's only a momentary abatement.
Compassion is a rarity in
My
the fevered
problems, I
pitch of
know,
battle.
but I'm still tempted to try that thing I said where I let one person freak out at a time, but it's just a bad idea. I don't know what the odds are on getting a virtue, but it's not very high. I'm gonna finish this thing up now. Except for you. You need to heal. At least we got all the stress off. Alright. Now, you put this here, so that he can put this on, so you can have this. Okay. Okay, one more battle. Then it'll probably be time to campfire again. They can't all be dead ends. I mean, I guess technically they could all be dead ends, but... that's what the back row's for. I haven't played any of the anthems, so I don't know. You know, I'm not super in touch with modern gaming. I've related my one EA experience, though. Also, if EA is promising DLCs or patches of any kind for any of their games, I would take it with a grain of salt, because by all measures, EA is going down, and going down hard right now. Like, yeah. I mean, I suppose they could sell the rights to another company or something, but I wouldn't trust anything from EA to be stable right now, because I really think the whole company is going to go under. They're gonna have to file. They're probably gonna have to file bankruptcy before long. It's between the loot box fiasco, repeatedly making big, expensive AAA games that no one will, that just aren't making the sales to make up for the cost of development. They just, they're in trubs. Does things even worse than Warframe? I heard Warframe's supposed to be really good, though. This is the first time I've heard something negative about Warframe. Yes, but do they have that money? Is that money sitting in a bank account? Or have they been spending that money? Have they been spending that money developing big, expensive games that aren't selling? And remember, FIFA is the series that loot boxes were developed for. And also, it's entirely possible, depending on how the laws go, that they could be taken for many, just Imagine a really big number of money. That could hit EA. Any country could just decide to just rook them for all they're worth. Rake them over the coals as punishment for loot boxes. When there's blood in the water and money to be made, it's another dead end. Huh. Everything's a dead end. Yeah, that's true. I'm a big fan of mods and modding and ROM hacking and fan games. You guys know that about me. That is something that EA doesn't allow, is modding. I've never heard of an EA game with a modding community, now that I think about it. I never stopped to contemplate that before, but... Could you imagine if Dead Space had mods? Oh man, I want Dead Space mods. I want whole new Dead Space games. Seriously, I think Dead Space is a masterpiece. It was really good. And I shared it on my Discord, I think. I know not everyone is on that, but there was a video by the people who developed Dead Space talking about the design that they had, the rules when making the first Dead Space, and it was... They explained to me why I liked their first game so much and didn't care for the later ones. I was like, ah, I get it now. Okay. I won't give any spoilers. I always hear that Dead Space 2 is better than Dead Space 1. I played through Dead Space, and it was amazing. I played through Dead Space 2, and I mean, it was good, but I wasn't enjoying it as much. It just wasn't working for me at all. Like objectively, you know, the action, everything was fine, but and it wasn't until I got to a certain area where you revisit something from the first game. And it was amazing. And I'm like, this is the best! And then I turned it off and I saved and stuff and sat down and realized what I really liked in Dead Space 2 was when I went back to an area from Dead Space 1. Yeah, okay. Dead Space 1's the masterpiece. I can't talk too much about the game's design without spoilers, so I won't. It's just, I will say this. Isaac Clarke in Dead Space 1 felt like he had a character and a personality to him, and I loved him. In Dead Space 2, he opened his mouth and never shut it again. They couldn't have told the story they wanted to and kept him a silent protagonist. But... in Dead Space 3, I think I've never heard a person who liked it. It pissed me off. For a plethora of reasons. So... personally, maybe you'll be the one person who loves it, I don't know, but personally, if you like Dead Space 1 and you like Dead Space 2, just don't play 3. Just skip it. Just skip it. Supposedly they did something interesting with the co-op, because the whole game's built for 2-player co-op. I don't know. I played it solo. Now I'm looking over a chat. Got the third game so bad, it's amazing. Like, seriously, I've never heard a person say a good thing about Dead Space 3. I actually never played the Mass Effects. I haven't touched them yet. Me and modern gaming, it's weird that I happen to know all about Dead Space and have played it. Because most modern stuff I haven't played. Yeah, oh, it's totally not the people coding the game's fault. They didn't do any of these decisions. It's the guys with suits and ties. Dead Space sold very well for a horror game, but it didn't sell nearly enough for EA to feel like they wanted to make another one. So they said, alright, we're gonna make another Dead Space, but it needs to sell a lot. So Dead Space 2 was less of a horror game and more of an action game. You know, which some people a lot of people seem to prefer. I think the first one was the best, but you know, a lot of people do prefer Isaac Clarke being faster, more responsive, you know, more just raw action and stuff. And then the third game tried to push it further into action, further into big epic set pieces and stuff, and it's not what anybody wanted from that series. I can say that, I think, definitively, without spoiling anything particular, in case you do want to play it, because, you know, I totally understand. I don't like other people judging my games for me. I like to go out and look at them for myself. I had already heard the warnings about Dead Space 3, and I played it anyway. So, you know. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, no. Rushed games are... A delayed game will eventually be good. A rushed game will always be bad. Used to be the standard saying. Then patches happened. And we can't even say that anymore because patches are all over the board now. I think a lot of companies make a mistake when they release their products too early, though. This is really bad.
And now the true test. Hold fast.
I have no bandages. I don't trust that I can kill them both in one turn. I only have one out. Hope he doesn't get hit. See, there it is. Co-op. I didn't play the co-op. I've heard tell that the co-op did something interesting where you're actually insane or something, and the two players are seeing different things wherever they go.
Teetering on the brink, facing the abyss.
Crap! Oh, it has nothing to do with the fact that I'm older. I don't know. Yeah, let's see. Well, let me trace it back and see if I can figure out what exactly is happening with me here. Eat. Okay, we're gonna park ourselves to heal. One extra. +7 dodge. Alright.
Circle in the dark. The battle may yet be won.
Okay, so let me see. So I grew up with an NES. I was 9 years old when I purchased my SNES. It was still a fairly new console. That'll be a story for another day. I got a PlayStation because Star Ocean: The Second Story I played at a friend's house was amazing. I was a little bit late to the party with the PS1. I did not get a PS2 until probably the PS3 was out. And then I didn't get a PS3 until well into the PS4 era. And this has kind of been my repeating pattern. I'll pick up games used and, you know, after people have, you know, it's just kind of been how it's been for most of my adult life. Oh, I know what happened. Right. The congestive heart failure thing. So I ended up with a job and I was supporting... I know what happened. I had no money for a decade. That would be why I ended up playing old games. Almost exclusively. And buying things old and broken and used. Right. So, there's my answer, and it's actually, yeah, that's exactly what happened. Okay. See, I had to think about it. Not even I knew why I never got into the new games. Let's see. I did things in the wrong order. Whatever. It's fine. It's just a little stress. Alright, we have huge boosts to damage, accuracy, and so on. Well, here and there. So. Great. Well, I mean, you know, I've got my financial problems under control now. It took a while. But, I'm getting pretty good pay at my day job now. So, pretty respectable pay, and a lot of my expenses aren't there anymore. So, whoa, 53 stress! Holy crap! Let me see. Worst game. Change your mind. Worst game. I did... No, wait, no, I've never pre-ordered a game in my life. I was there for the midnight launch of StarCraft 2. That's it. That's, I think, the only time I purchased... No, wait, I also bought Breath of the Wild the day it came out. That's right, I did do Breath of the Wild also. Oh my gosh, this fight's going bad. I've got so many games to play. I have no shortage, and I won't for probably ever. Bonk, please stun. Thank you. All right, no more missing. You need to hit. My mind is still rolling around on bad games I've played, and I've played a lot. But I don't know what I could put down as the worst game. I've never played Colonial Marines, so I don't know.
The horror.
Worst. Tell you what the worst book I ever read is. Give me a moment. There's some pretty bad ones on the NES. The Game Boy Advance had some true garbage on it, too. I don't think it's the worst game, but I think the game that got the strongest negative reaction from me was Shin Megami Tensei 2 for the SNES. This is going to be mirrored again, I'm sure of it. I'm just going to go straight down. I bet the Countess is just sitting at the bottom of this. And I think I've talked about it before, but that game is a masterclass in how not to make a JRPG. It did everything that is bad. How else can I put on it? Alright, fine. Well, we're fixing you up anyway.
Sublimity of the intelligence. Oh, so it has been said.
Oh, that's just even better. Better still, push that stress up. This party might need to bug out. Anyway, starting to say, grinding, like tons and tons and tons of random encounters. Backtracking on an epic scale. Not knowing where you're supposed to go next, and oh, I was supposed to backtrack a whole ton. Oh, but the real offenders with that one. So many things that were just so bad, but I mean, there were a lot of cool, innovative things in it too, but so much of it was just there's a point in the game where you have to win a dance contest. How do I win the dance contest? What's the problem? Your magic stat is too low. I'm over-leveled because of how much I've spent wandering, you know, trying to figure out where to go, and stuff like that. I'm over-leveled. You have to assign stat points upon level up. Your main character's magic stat's too low because you never put points into it. We have to get out of here. Why would... Oh my gosh! Why would you ever put points into your magic stat when your main character is incapable of casting magic? Shit. I have to win this if I want to get his junk back. So you have to go back and grind. But then, they do it again shortly afterwards. They have two of them in a row, and the other one's intelligence. Your main character needs so much intelligence to get through a door. He can't cast spells. You had no reason to ever put a point into intelligence in that game. So you're forced to grind levels to put points in useless stats twice in a row.
Slowly, gently. This is how a life is taken.
And I know I said backtracking, but... And the backtracking. And the backtracking. And the backtracking. Really high encounter rates. Oh, man. Like, just that game, man. I don't know I can say it's the worst game ever made, but that was the one that pissed me off. Oh my gosh. Alright, let's get out of here. They got him. What? How much stress did they do to him? He had got over 100 stress put on him. Well over 100 stress in a single battle, just on top of everything else that was just pouring on him. The bleed, the just... So, we have to pull out.
You cannot learn a thing you think you know.
It was the level 3. Okay, yeah, he's super vulnerable to stress. Yeah. His dodge was lower and everything. Yeah, it was the level 3 one. He made it through an amazing distance. We covered an incredible amount of ground, but yeah, I cannot believe how much stress they poured out on his head in one go. Ooh, faded! Faded on a leper! Oh, yeah.
No rest, no peace for this wretched soul.
I don't think I've ever seen Waterworld. By hateful curse or malign miracle, it seems that even death may be defined in this damnable place. Only one of these can be returned to the living. Well, let's see. We could have a shield breaker. A level 0 shield breaker. Or I could have Raistland back. Good grief, this was my original occultist from way back when. You know, with 2... Oh, Starscream. With 2 shield breakers, they could impale endlessly between them. I mean, it's almost workable. And at least you're level 4? I don't know if I'm ever going to use you, but alright, fine. We'll go with that. Okay, no, over here, you! That goes on now. I guess I should throw other people in. Get rid of that. Get rid of ickiness. That. Very, very, very rare. And it doesn't let you pick who you want. It gives you 3 choices. See, I would have taken my bounty hunters, or my Vestal here, or any of these max level characters. I've taken them. Plenty of people I would have picked over the 3 choices it gave me. Like, if somebody's dead, you're not getting that person back. Yeah, also, I think all their equipment is taken away for whatever reason. And all their skills are gone. I have everything I want. The only thing left is a building that produces blood every week. Why would I need that? I have more than I can use, and I'm about to end this curse. A monument that does nothing. And some things that require crystal, which I'm not super hip on farming. Really, I don't know why I'd need this. I mean, I guess it'd be alright. I don't know. So, you know, nothing I'm super enthused about. I focus on upgrading the last few things. We're gonna get the final building upgrades. Alright, so that party did a pretty good job of exploring. Oh, hold on. Ahsoka likes to be beaten. You know, that's kind of in character. Here you go. Bloodleaf will join you for whatever reason. You two can share your weirdness. Alright, we're gonna go in with another party. What's it gonna be? Yeah, I'm looking forward to it as well. I'm surprised. I thought that there was going to be another monster that was going to appear in here. These are champion level 5s. Right? There's veteran, there's apprentice, there's champion, and then the darkest dungeon is at darkest. And this is at darkest level. So I was expecting new bugs to show up. I'm actually a little bit disappointed that they didn't. All right. This party. It's been a while. These would be really good in the farmstead. Not quite as good here. See, I can't really do plague on these enemies. That doesn't work so good. I could go for more bleeding with the houndsmen and jesters and stuff, but jesters are all busy right now. So we're going to see how far this gets. I'm not expecting them to go all the way, but we've got 7 more poles. Every inch of progress is an inch of progress. Hold on a sec. Actually, no, we want this. We can't trust who's going to be in the front row when we're running these. But where is it? We'll come back to that in a second. Okay, you need this crazy thing for 35 dodging. And this. That gives you a base. You. Okay, no. You need this. Go ahead and take that. Marbles. I guess that means you're gonna run this. Here we go. Plus 25% damage versus bloodsuckers. There we go. Go with that. I guess this is bug spray from way back when. 55, 75, 45, You actually have way too low a dodge score. What can I do? Nope, we're not doing Lady and the Tramps this time. We're doing two ladies. This is my untouchables. Just considering all my options. I'm tempted to use the dazzling mirror, but it's stupid. Alright, we'll see how far this gets. Oh yeah, sure, I got tons of invitations. Okay, so we have to have one of these. Alright. All the food and shovels, of course. Okay, because we're not looking for treasure. Despite the fact that we're running antiquarians, we don't care about treasure. The antiquarians are just there for combat purposes. Because they really are good. I think this will have to be the last run of today, though. Okay, you're definitely done. Good enough. Whatever. It's fine. Some of that. And crystals. Ooh, wow, we need to do crystals, definitely. And the rest of you make stuff. There you go. Yeah. Okay. Right where we left off. So, wouldn't it be funny if the Countess was right through this door? Oh my gosh! It's a locked door. Okay. As we have to walk backwards now, of course. Oh my gosh, come on. A long, ridiculously stressful walk. You could just, turn around. It's not that hard. You could figure this out, really? Okay, I need to give something up.
Finding the stuff is only the first test.
So much for
Now
some
it must be
torches.
carried home.
We could have made a campfire out of 7 torches, I'll bet. Okay. Takes... Oh, crap! Oh, wait, no, okay. Yeah, you just have the lower dodge. That's fine.
Decimated.
Yeah, no, it's okay. Takes a few rounds for this party to really get rockin'.
Destroyed.
So you're gonna howl at us. No, you're gonna throw a skull at her. You're not gonna hit her. You can't hit her. Her dodge is through the roof. Yeah, this kind of thing, bards and antiquarians are really out of control if you go into the endless harvest, because there's no gap between fights, so all the buffs stay. And you can just be like, yeah, I just have plus 60 dodge. I start the fights with that still in play.
Grievous injury.
Ow.
Palpable fear.
That was a pretty lucky hit. Yeah, normally when I do this party, I would do double dodge items on each character. I wouldn't give them the damage bonus, but since I know I have access to campfires, I'm not as worried about lack of healing.
brilliant confluence of
Expect
skill
the
and
bard, he did
purpose.
not stay. Huh? Expect the bard to do what? Okay, you're done. Whoosh,
Time
across
to
everyone.
perform beyond
De-stress.
one's limits.
If we open that door and there's another
Death
encounter on the
by
other side,
inches.
I'd be happy. Don't need any of it. Aww. Okay. So I'm guessing the key is gonna be over here. If I'm lucky. Oh, wait. Yep, it's an exact mirror. Right? So the key's either gonna be here or up here. Well. Yeah, sure, whatever. Eat, eat, eat. Enjoy. Bon appetit. Alright. Is that what I'm looking for? Shame I have to carry this around.
Obliterated.
Oh well. It has its uses anyway.
The ground quakes.
Could always just use it. Yeah, I wouldn't really count on this guy to protect you. He's not looking so good.
Press disadvantage.
Yeah,
Give them no quarter.
that's about right.
Eradicated.
66, just so much for him.
Annihilated.
Yeah.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
Okay, a key. Nom 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 nom. Give me key.
Glittering gold, trinkets and baubles.
Don't care about cash.
Paid for
Okay, we
in
have the
blood.
key of guilt. Can pure regret make the way clear to proceed? So, should I use the firewood now? I've got 2 antiquarians for a total of 6 resupplies. I don't need them yet, but, you know, I'll of course trigger them and see what I get. I've got... Both of them can give themselves a nice boost, and I can prevent a nighttime ambush. And of course, there's a bit of healing. I think I've talked myself into it. Alright, let's do it.
A spark without kindling is a goal without hope.
Okay. No ambush. Surprise the monsters more. Unparalleled finesse! Oh. Leaves no room for resupply. Oh well, we'll do it next time. We're kind of overburdened with items anyway, but I would have been happy to pick up any food. So, plus 10 dodge, plus 10 accuracy, plus 20% damage on both of them, and 20% chance, additional chance to surprise the monsters. And the monsters won't be surprising me. Seems good. Huh. No hordes from hell? Holy crap. Never seen a dungeon shaped like this yet. Left. Forward's probably going to be another locked door if I go far. Oh, well, scouting pays off. Battle Curio. Not seeing a quest location. Nothing is screaming, I have a key here, so I'll just keep going. Darn, didn't surprise them.
Continue the onslaught.
I was like, should I use point-blank shot? No, actually. I've got these crazy bonuses to knife fighting right now. Oh, right, you use protection. Crud.
Inspiration and improvement.
Sure that's really gonna help your situation much? I mean, if you could hit something, it would. But this party is especially good in a place where your primary damage dealers, can't hit. They just can't hit anything. These are absolute nightmares. Stunning, bleeding, huge dodge debuffs, crazy amounts of damage, but if I have a dodge score, they can't hit me. It's such a big deal.
As the fiend falls.
Also, just having high DPS is nice. I mean, like I said, normally I'd give them double the dodge items, but I want things to just die. Fun. We'll use a little bit of our healing vapors. I can't connect with that ever. Can't be done. Well, then again, they did connect once. Guess I shouldn't say that. It's tempting fate.
Is broken. Maintain the offensive.
Oh, hey, look, mustache wax. I have half a mind to try to collect them all. If I had a good way to sort them, I totally would collect all the things at this point. Just because. Okay. 13 speed behind this slower speed. Perfect. Torch. Torch is giving an accuracy boost is still weird. I think trying to hold a torch while sword fighting someone and holding a gun, I think it would be awkward. I think the end result would be less accuracy. But what do I know? Maybe they hold the torch in their mouth with their teeth. And the enemy's so afraid they're going to be hit with the flaming brand that they don't dodge as well. Yeah, that sounds reasonable. That's probably what's going on. I figured it out. Yeah.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
Of I've got 3 more battles of absolute awesomeness. You know, I'd really like to do a 4 highwaymen party. 2 in the front with blades, 2 in the back with also blades, but also guns. Great. It'd be awesome. Someone, quick, bring them the blacksmiths from FF8. Actually, a pistol that's a knife would be historically accurate. The Cutlass pistol was a Navy weapon issued to, I believe, officers, and it was designed for close quarters knife fighting. And the bizarre idea was you'd stab someone with it, and then you'd pull the trigger to help pull the knife back out. Never made any sense to me to fight in that manner, but you know, I've never been aboard a ship during a storm and a mutiny and had to pull my knife out of somebody, and I've got 5 minutes left. I have to get off. So, yeah. We'll leave the game in this state and pick it up tomorrow. At some point tomorrow, I'm going to do the thing I mentioned with the comics, and then later in the day, we're going to come back to playing.
Seize this
That's
momentum.
the plan.
Push on to
So
the
we're going to end in this here room. We've got a good supply. I think this party is proving that it's very much viable. Yeah. I can always have both of them use Protect Me to give protection to the front row, and then all 4, basically there'd be 4x reposts. But I don't really like doing that. Anyway. Yeah. I have a couple of things that there are ways I can get the leopard to have high accuracy without the bard. Also, mine just got the trait faded, so you know. But yeah, you can do it with trinkets. All right. So until next time and every time, this is Hadriex signing off. Bye.